a handful of people that are not on yet. If y'all want to go tag them, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. All right, so I want to talk about a couple different things real quick. First off, let me stop this YouTube thing on my computer so it doesn't go crazy. Okay. So the first thing, guys, is like, as you have a big event, something like this, like you're gonna have every distraction on the earth try to hit you today. I promise. Like you're gonna get there and something's gonna go crazy. Like your kid's gonna have a minor allergic reaction. I'm not hoping that happens, obviously, but something's gonna happen that's going to distract you from what you're there for. Every single builder's school, every single thing that Taylor and I've ever gone to in Primerica, there's always something outside of Primerica that is there to try to distract us. Like in the beginning, it was like we had like virtually no money to like get food or anything like that. Like we just had to kind of figure it out. And now it's like I'll get 2 or 3 texts from people that want to cancel their policies, or somebody that wants to quit. Like somebody that's like engaged and doing well that's going to quit. There's always something when you go there. Like it might be a family thing, it might be you get a flat tire on the way. Obviously, guys, I'm not hoping that any of that stuff happens, but I'm giving you examples of things to be kind of mentally prepared for. And here's how you approach a situation like that, especially going into a weekend like this. Like you got to be ready for that to happen and predetermine, like decide right now, hey, how am I going to handle that? Okay, like if something happens on the way there, what am I going to do to respond to that? Okay, if something happens to my car, like if we do XYZ, if I get a text from somebody distracting me, like you have to make a very conscious and intentional decision of how am I going to respond in the midst of something that would otherwise derail me. Right. And it's very important that you have those like pre-decided responses, because those make a big difference. And that's a trick or a hack, if you will, that you could use every day of your life. But specifically for me around big events, I use it around, it's so important because you are going to 100% have things that come at you and try to throw you off, right? Like tomorrow, kind of a late night tonight into an early morning tomorrow, right? So like, what's that mean? We're going to be tired, right? We're not going to want to do the crap we need to do. We're not going to get up early and send our messages, and we're going to end up going to the event, and we're not going to do the daily minimums that would otherwise get us what we need, would otherwise get us the forward progress, right? That's what I was trying to say there. So look, like if I can give you one piece of advice this weekend for those, I know that some of you guys aren't coming, but this will be helpful for next month when you guys come to the Tampa Bay Builders School, because if you're not coming to this one, I'm going to assume you're coming to Tampa Bay. So if you're not, if you're going, when you go to a big event, you are going to have stuff that's going to come up. It's going to make it distracting. Like there's people in our business that 3 months or 6 weeks or so into them being in the business, didn't come to a fast start school, had some success going on, went to run a 5K instead, and then now they're no longer here. Like, but I'm telling you, the people that plug in consistently, they're here. They stay, they see the vision, they see what this could be. It is so important that you get there, but you have to also make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to be successful long range while you're there this weekend, and distracted with good things, right? Like Ellie, and we've talked about that a little bit in the last week. Like if you get distracted by good stuff, that's not good. You have to be willing to carve out the time and the distractions earlier in the day to get the crap done that you need to do. Like I'm almost done with all 8 of my tasks that I have to do today. I have to do 25 calls still, and I'll do that on the way to the thing today. But I'm telling you that because like I've intentionally carved out the time this morning to wake my butt up and get out of bed and do the crap I need to do. So that way today, when we're there, I can be present with the team. I can be present with the other people there. I can answer questions. I'm not stressed out about, oh crap, I still got to send my messages. I still got to do my friend requests. I haven't called anybody yet. Like I've already set appointments. I've already done the things I need to do this morning. So what's that going to look like for you tomorrow? Are you going to be awake at 6 a.m. in the treadmill or on the treadmill in the workout room at the hotel? Or are you going to be sleeping until 8:45 when you got to be there at 8:30? Right? I'm being real with you guys. I've never seen somebody that doesn't show up early and doesn't put in the work that's required long range win. And like these events are great things, but they distract you from doing the things that you need to do day to day. Right. And that's my only concern. My only thing I don't love about these big events is that exactly. We go to a hotel, we stay up late. I'm guilty of this too, right? Like we stay up super late talking, right? Just hanging out, building relationships, which is important. Don't get me wrong, but we forget to do the things that build the business. We forget to do the daily activities. We forget to hit our workout, right? We forget to eat healthy, or we just decide we're not going to eat healthy. Like we throw everything out the window to not make great decisions when we're at these things. So my challenge to everyone, whether you're coming or not, number one, my first challenge to you is like, guard your time with your life this weekend and go to bed on time tonight. Get your butt up early, get all your messages sent out, get a workout in, take a little cold shower, whatever you got to do to like be alive, and get to the event, and don't show up to a funeral tomorrow morning. You should be excited. You should be happy to see people. You should be high-fiving people. Like you shouldn't be just the guy that's sitting there in their chair like this, or the girl that's just sitting there waiting for the event to start, like grumpy that you're alive. Just to be honest with you. Like, don't be that guy at the event. It's so important that you're not like that. What's up, Tammy?
So I I have a question about a client. So, and
What's up?
I can't remember who her policy is through, but she has a policy and it was term, and they told her that she needed to switch it over to whole life. Why would they
Yeah,
tell her?
she doesn't need to, but it's probably about to get way more expensive, and they're just trying to get her to convert to whole life. I mean, that's unfortunately that's what they do. So I would tell her to, I would offer to get on a call with her and ask if you could show her some options and see if we could put her in a better position, because they're going to try to get her to switch to whole life paying the exact same amount. So it's going to be not a great amount of coverage probably. And then, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would definitely I would just schedule it. Don't try to beat ghost policies. This goes for everybody. Like if you have a situation like what Tammy's talking about, where like, hey, my friend has this, but I don't know the company, I don't know the details, things like that. Like it's one of those things where it's like, hey, Tammy, I'm like almost 100% sure I could save you money or put you in a better spot. Can we take 10 minutes and hop on a Zoom call?
We actually couldn't, because I did quote her right there, because she's 68 and
Yeah.
she's a smoker, and with us it would have been doubled, and we probably wouldn't have been able to cover her anyway, because the coverage that she has now, she said it went from 50,000 to 30,000, but she's a smoker and she's got MS, so I don't know if we would be able to cover her or not.
We can. It'd probably be table rated. What's the I'm not saying that we would be able to cover her, but it's possible. I've seen that covered before. What is she has term? When does her term end with her current company?
Well, she already switched over to whole life.
Okay, yeah. So there, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I would still see if we could get with her, and because like at the end of the day, like if it really just comes down to what she wants. Like, what's her investment situation look like?
She's good as far as that goes. Everything is pretty much taken care of. So when I quoted her and said she's 68, she's a smoker, and it would have been 250, 260, whereas right now she's paying, but that was at 100,000. No, that was at 50,000.
How much does she have right now?
30,000.
30? Yeah, I mean, you could look at like what 30,000 would be, and even maybe 25,000 might even be a little bit better, but just, I mean, it's a little bit less coverage, but price wise. Anyway, I mean, without seeing the policy, like it's really tough to say. There are times where we can't beat somebody's policy because they're unhealthy, they've been diagnosed with things, they're way older. Like that's what these insurance companies hope happens, is that they get somebody stuck in a whole life policy because now they're uninsurable elsewhere, or they're way older, and so they have to stay in this thing because it doesn't make sense for them to switch because it's going to be too expensive. So Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. I know that's probably not a great answer, but yeah, still, I would still encourage you to schedule a time to meet with her, or at least get her policy to look at it. So, um, cool. So, guys, look, like what I was getting at a little bit before that, though, is making sure that we're doing what we need to do, like this weekend, and being disciplined to do it. Right, getting up early tomorrow, like I'm serious. Like, I don't know if there's a gym at the hotel or not. I would assume there's a small fitness center, but like I'll I'll be there. I promise you, you'll see me there at like 5 or 5:30, and you'll probably see me sending my messages. You'll see me doing the things that I do every single morning. Why? Because I know that that's what it takes for me to win. Because I'm taking my life to another level right now. I'm in the middle of doing one of the phases of 75 hard, and I'm seeing the fruits of it only 2 weeks into it. And it's like, dude, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. Like, and don't allow other people to distract you from who you're becoming. Right? Like, don't allow people that you haven't seen in 3 months at the builder school or 6 months or whatever. Don't allow people like that to distract you from who it is that you're becoming, because you have to look at yourself every day. You have to live with the decisions that you make. You have to live with the choices that you make. You have to live with your actions. You have to live with your results. You are the one that has to live with you. So, what are you going to do this weekend at the event to make sure that you come out of this thing different? Right. So there are 3 things that you guys all need to write down, because you need to go into this event with 3 things and knowing 3 different things about what it is that you're doing. So the first thing that you need to go into this event looking for is not looking for the distraction to distract you, but looking for the distraction there to be like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, okay, this is the thing that was going to throw me off. Like, being aware of it. Right, just be aware. So number one, I think you need is to be prepared, basically, is what I'm saying. Be prepared for something to come in and distract you and throw you off this weekend. And I'm not telling you you're not like climbing to the top of the, pirate ship and whatever the little bucket is up there, and like that's all you're doing is looking for the distraction. No, but you're just there prepared and ready for something to hit you that's going to throw you off. That's what I mean by that. Right? Does it make sense? Cool. The second thing is you need to come looking for something specific, because if you seek, you will find. If you just show up and you wait, nothing's going to come to you. So you need to be ready to know why are you going this weekend? What is it that you need? Is it the belief? Is it to prove to yourself that this is a priority and that you're going to be there regardless of what else is going on in your life and what other reasons you might not be able to make it, that you're going to make the decision right now to get your ass to the event, even though maybe you don't have a ticket bought? Like, is that something that, what is it? What is it that you need to get there, right? For me, I haven't nailed it down exactly, but it's really just scaling. It's scaling this business to the next level. It's getting you guys equipped to go and lead. And I'm looking for that specifically. I'm going to learn, Brian, I'll learn other stuff this weekend. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm looking for something very specific, right? And you have to know, what is that? Maybe it's your belief level. Maybe it's how to get your activity up. Maybe it's something about social media. Maybe it's whatever. I don't know or care what it is for you necessarily right now, but you need to know that there is something specific that you need, and you need to be looking for that. Otherwise, you will not find it. Okay. And the third thing, guys, is be open. Just be open-minded. You're going to hear people talk from the stage that are not going to think or look or dress or act like you, probably, but be open to what they're going to say, because someone up on that stage is going to say something to you this week that's going to give you a little bit of a push, that's going to get you a little bit more committed, a little bit more motivated to stick this thing out, right? And to really do the work. And it's always in the moments that I don't want to go, or that I think that I can't go, even to something as small as a freaking Sunday night skills or some little training like this morning. Everything in me wanted to just play a video this morning, to be honest with you. So much to the point that during the Bible study portion of this call this morning, I was looking up YouTube videos to try to figure out what one I was going to play. But then, you know what, Jenna, I caught myself doing that, and I was like, you know what? No, that's weak. And that's not what a winner would do. And so get your shit together and write down a couple of things you want to talk about, and coach. And so my point around that, guys, is like, just freaking be open to learning something new and be ready to be a changed person coming out the other side, and have safeguards in place. So when you get home, you don't revert back to the bad thinking, low activity, non-business minded person that you are, or that you were last week or today. You have to be going in with a mindset of this weekend will change my life. And it's funny because some of you will do that, and some of you will just show up as another meeting, and some of you won't even come. And the ones that show up ready to be changed, watch the activity next week and the week after that. There's two groups of people coming out of every event. There's the ones that actually listen. That's about 20%. They take the activity and they grow after every event. They get big after every single event, right? Then there's the other 80% that are exactly the same that they were when they went to the event. They come in with low activity, Angie, and wouldn't you know it, they freaking leave with low activity, right? They leave with low activity and a couple of cool quotes to put on their Facebook. And it's like, dude, that's not the purpose. The purpose of you coming and spending time away from your family, time in your business with us, is so that way you can get your mindset stretched and you can take your business to the next level. What does that mean? Oh, I'm a senior rep right now, Dan. Does that mean I'm going to be an RVP next month? Probably not. Probably not. But what that means is that you're going to go from senior rep to district leader. And you're going to learn how to be a district leader, and you're going to run a district leader business. And at the next builder school, it's going to be you and 2 or 3 other people. And at the next builder school, you're going to learn how to be a division leader. And you're going to learn how to run a division leader business. And you're going to be, that is how you build the business. It's meeting to meeting, event to event. And you're not, like, it's very difficult for you to win here if you're not showing up, if you're not working your ass off, if you're not doing the things that you need to do. Listen, I promise you, I wouldn't be pushing you this hard right now if I didn't think that you were capable of winning and winning big. And you have to be willing to step out in faith and to do something outside of your comfort zone. And for some of you guys, it's going this weekend. Physically moving your body from your home location to Sterling Heights, walking in the door and sitting around people that you've never met before. That action alone for some of you will change your life. And I promise you, guys, I understand, like, it might be intimidating. It's a building. There's a lot of people. Listen, everyone there was in your shoes at one point in time. They were nervous to walk in the door. They were afraid. They didn't know anybody. They were scared. Maybe one person invited them. But you know what? There's people on the stage that came from that spot that you're in right now, and they're making $1 million or $2 million plus a year. And they are completely and totally free because they stepped out in faith, and they continued to show up, and they continued to do the things, and they didn't let things distract them, like birthday parties and a little bit of a scratchy nose or a job or other things stop them from being at the things that were important for their business. So look, I know I'm going in a circle right now, but I know how important these events are. I know that the people that show up at these events win, and they win big, and because it's the consistency of showing up, and you've got to show up by yourself before you can show up with a team. You've got to be willing to sacrifice in certain areas to get there. I promise you guys, this event is going to be incredible. I'm so excited to see you all there. So guys, look, I need you to go into the Zoom or the Telegram chat, excuse me, go into the Telegram page. And I want to know, how many appointments are you going to set up today? Right? How many appointments are you going to set up today? And how many people on your team are going to be physically at the event? That's what I want to know. How many people are going to be physically at the event, and how many appointments are you going to set today? What's up, Crystal? How are you? You're muted.
There we go.
There we go. What's up?
Did you get Andy's message on me being restricted from buying the ticket?
Yes. Text
Yeah,
me.
he messaged me back. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put my number. I think you have my number, but I'm going to put my number in the Zoom chat real quick. Just shoot me a text, and